Whenever you are ready.
Have you guys ever felt so far behind, but yet you were so determined to do it on your own? Well, today I'm going to talk to you about asking for help, because I feel like it's something that all college students need to understand and be able to do at some point in their lifetime. So, Fiona S. Huff in her article, Can You Help Me? Asking for assistance isn't always easy, but doing so can help you reach another level. And that was published by the Black Enterprise in October 2004, and that states that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but it is a sign of strength. And so as I'm saying this is because when we all think about it, we all struggle to ask for help. But just taking that one step and asking for help can help us to achieve the things that we didn't think were possible. So asking for help is something that we all must do at some point or another, but the problem is people don't do it, which is caused by various mindsets, but the solution is not out of reach. So today I'm going to talk about the problem of asking for help, some causes for someone not to ask for help, and some solutions to help students succeed. So some problems are that when you don't ask for help, you tend to fall behind and you don't necessarily succeed in the subject that you're needing to succeed. So Huff states that St. John herself got a new literary agent, so that she's talking about how even big publishing companies will get new literary agents to help them succeed in their own careers. So, for example, a graduate student might get help so they can make sure that they get their graduate degree and they can become more successful in their life. Jennifer White in her article, Asking for Help Does Not Mean You're Incompetent, and that was published by the Business Career Serving Cincinnati in Northern Kentucky in March 2001, states that the box was heavy and she was struggling to carry it to the elevator. So in that whole entire article, she was discussing how she had a conference with some other colleagues and they were working on creating a better plan for the business to help it grow. So she talked about how they had all these boxes that they had to carry and lug to the elevators to take back to her car after the entire weekend of meeting with these colleagues. She talked about how when she was carrying it, she was exhausted, everyone was tired, all her colleagues kept asking her, hey, can I help you? Do you need help? And she kept insisting, no, I got this. Little did she know that she really needed help, but she wasn't going to admit that to everyone. Finally, after 5 colleagues asking her, she just kind of chuckled and she was like, I give. You guys can help me. It's fine. I'll admit it. I need help. So they help her, and so basically she's just saying that it's okay to ask for help, even though you want to seem that you are able to do it on your own. And then, Eric N. Anderman and Lindley H. Anderman, in their article Help Seeking, was published in the Psychology of Classroom Learning and Encyclopedia in 2009, discusses that students are more concerned with not looking incompetent, and but that needs to be addressed, because if you don't want to be, because a lot of students want to be incompetent, so they want to be able to see that they are able to do everything on their own. They're like, hey, I'm a college student, I'm on my own, I'm 18, I can do this on my own, but at the same time, we all know that we still need help. So those are just some things about like not being successful and then becoming worn down too soon, as I talked about in White's article, and then avoiding help is like when you don't want to ask for help throughout your entire lifetime. So some causes are that you will become arrogant. It's like a sense of that you don't ask for help. You become arrogant about the fact that, oh, I got this. No one needs to help me. I can do this on my own. And then Google knows everything. How many of you guys, if you don't know something, you Google it? Yeah, Google knows everything. So if we can't find it, as Molly and Vineyard and Colvin in their article, Why Do Students Seek Help in an Age of DIY? Using a qualitative approach to look beyond statistics, and that's published in the Reference of User Service Quarterly in 2017. Basically, it talks about how Google knows everything. If you don't know something, you type it in. If you can't find it the first time, you just rephrase it. You use different words just to see if Google will give you the answer, because why ask someone when you have your smartphone right there and you can Google it? And then self-efficacy is when people believe that they are able to do it on their own. So Allison M. Ryan, Margaret H. Glean, and Carol Migley in the article, Why Did Some Students Avoid Asking for Help? An examination of the interplay among students, published in the Journal of Educational Psychology in September 1998, talk about how students rely on self-efficacy, which means that they use their own personal judgment in their mind to determine whether or not they can do it on their own. If they can't, they will not ask for it. They will still sometimes not ask for help, but a lot of times it's mostly that judgment saying that I can do this on my own, I don't need to ask for help. So some solutions are we can set goals. And so Anderman and Anderman in 2009 also state that if you set goals like SMART goals, then you will be able to help achieve your goals. And then Vineyard, Molly, Colvin also state that you can email your professor, which they were talking about in the article that most of the time students are more likely to email their professors about a research project than they are to ask a peer or a family member. So like a lot in the article they state that the order is professor, family members, and friends before they even ask their classmates. And then peer coaching, Huff talks about how if you want to get help, a lot of times it's easier if you reach out to a classmate and you exchange numbers, and then you work together to keep each other on track, as well as you coach them on subjects that they don't understand, and they coach you in subjects you don't understand, and together you're both bringing your grades up. So in conclusion, students are less successful due to their inability to ask for help. Many students don't ask for help because they believe that they can do it on their own, and they think Google will know if they don't. If you want to become better at this, you need to set goals, email a professor, or create study groups or peer coaching. So today I want you to get a number from 2 or 3 classmates within one of your classes that you're struggling with, and help keep each other accountable and on track while helping to study for exams and things that you need to do to help each other be successful. Thank you.
Awesome, great job.